Hi all, could we start now?
Hi, this is Judy. Let's wait a few minutes because some people are having may be having some technical difficulties.
Okay, then let's wait another 5 minutes.
This is Judy again. Let me just see that I know that everybody is here. If I don't say your name, please tell me. We have Paul, Dieter, Gina, Ilse, John, Julia, Katerina, Miera, and Yoel. If there's anybody else who I missed, please type in the chat room. Okay, I think this is enough time. Most of the people are here already. Ilse, would you like to begin?
Okay, thank you. Great. Maybe we just, before we start, check if all partners are here, at least with one participant. Could we have a short overview who is there and who is missing? Judy, will you go through the consortium list? Is this okay?
I'll go through the order as the people have logged in. We have Paul from Corriere. We have Dieter from eSite. We have Gina and Zina from EUN. We have Ilse and Katerina from ZSI. John Turney is here. Julia is here from Lithuania. I'm not sure who Loudin is. Meira is from PCB. Yoel is from ORT. Ava is from BFR. And Luisa is from AU. We are waiting. We don't have some. Sonia is not here. We don't have Sunita either. Who else are we missing? We're missing. Oh, Yuri, you're logged in as Loudon? Is that correct? Thank you. I see it below. Thank you.
Okay, so far I see we have 2 participants missing. It's Federico and it's Il Sole at the same time. And Sunita, unfortunately, is also not here, but as you know, the meeting is recorded, so I suggest we just start. You all received the kind of agenda for this meeting today. This is very detailed, and some of these items are redundant, so we'll just make a rougher overview of agendas for the next time. But yeah, we also hope to end sooner than in 1 hour. So let's see how far we can get. Okay, I hope you have all this agenda in front of you. So we'll just start now and wrap you up with general information. So after our kickoff, I had a phone call with our project officer. Most of you met him at the kickoff, and yeah, we talked a little about it, and he was very pleased to meet the whole consortium and also to join this working group. But of course, he also saw that there are still some things to discuss, and we are right now in the middle of it. And I also asked him, as we decided during the meeting, to shift the deliverable 1.3, and he agreed, so the relevant work package partners are already informed, and we gain 2 months' time to prepare this deliverable. Yeah, we also have most of our documents now together. Maybe Katharina, please could you give us an information about money transfer and original signed documents and so on?
Yes, hello. First, I would like to go to the money transfer. We transferred 30% pre-financing now nearly to everybody. We couldn't transfer it to Aarhus University because the number was incorrect, and to Korea because there the original bank statement is missing. And also we didn't transfer it to Ort, but we will too soon because now we have the correct numbers. I would ask Paul to send the signed bank account statement, and then we can do the transfer. And also, Luisa, please send us the correct number when you know it. Then I would like to say that we have now all signed consortium agreements, and we will send you a scanned version by the end of the week latest. And then the grant agreements, we sent a third agreement to some partners who hadn't won. And at the moment the third version is missing from Yasmin and from John, and I thought we will send you a signed version from us for you. You can send it and can keep it for your record. Yes, I think this was it from the form.
Thank you very much. I also saw that Jasmine is missing, but now we have Federico here, which is very good. Welcome, Federico. We are just in the middle of the welcome session and update session on information. We also thought that we could say hello to those we missed at the kickoff. So it seems we have here now Didier, isn't it, from Excite. Didier Laval is a new partner of our Excite network partner, and we also have Paul from Korea here. Maybe you could say 2-3 sentences about you, your institution, just that we get to know you a little bit. And during the next telcos, we could give the stage to other consortium members to introduce themselves with 2 or 3 sentences. But now maybe the newcomers. Didier or Paul, would you like to say a few words, please?
Okay, hi everybody. I hope you are hearing me. It's my first time using the Blackboard. I just joined Excite last week. I was before this working from other institutions in France. Excite, as you may all know, is the network of European science centers and museums. And we have a wide network of 500 institutions with us. We will work on several work packages, but most of them on work package 5. I will work with Yasmin on these, and I'm really happy to join you and to start getting my hands on this project, and I'm glad to be part of you.
Okay, good afternoon. This is Paul from Paris. I'm the General Secretary of Courrier International. Can you hear me? Yes? Can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, we can hear you.
Okay. And Courrier International is a French weekly. The circulation is 200,000 copies a week. And we have a website also. And our goal is to select the best of the world press. And we translate it and edit it into French. And we propose this week a selection of articles on various topics. Last week it was on Assad and the Syria. It could be on France or every political, sociological or economic topics. It's a news weekly. And I'm really glad to be part of this project, and please let me know if you have any question about our magazine or about me. Thank you.
Thank you too, Paul. We are also very happy, especially to have all these media partners aboard. As far as I know, media partners already start their work as well. Unfortunately, Sunita's not yet here, but I believe that there was already a meeting between Courier and The Guardian, and we have also John Turney here, who is our editorial manager. But maybe more of it later on when we go through the work packages. Now just the stage to the whole consortium. Is there something urgent or something new you want to tell the consortium? The question to all of you. I don't see any hands, but you have also later time during the work package round. Then I would like to hand over. No, first we go to the internal portal. Judy, let me start, and then you can continue about structure and content. Margit, who is not here today, but you met her at the kickoff, and we decided that MyCloud that we presented at the kickoff does not really fully fulfill the requirements that were mentioned during the kickoff, and so we decided to shift the internal portal to Moodle. Also because EUN and the school activities will run the Moodle courses, and we thought then the consortium is already familiar with this format, so we shifted everything to Moodle and opened this account, and the admin persons already have access, and we already built up this work package structure, so the whole Moodle will be structured predominantly in work packages where you find the folders, and then you can create subfolders where you find further information broken down to tasks and so on, and everything concerned with minutes and, like, for example, now the minutes of the kickoff or agendas or some templates you will find in the work package 8 folder under project management. But maybe I hand over now to Judy to give you a better overview on that, and I welcome Sunita, who is here now. Hi.
Hi, this is Judy. The Moodle is working. It's up and working. Everybody who sent the email addresses of people besides the people on the consortium list who would like to have access to the Moodle, we've sent that information to Margit. So you should be getting a login name. Those people should be getting a login name and a password. We will be uploading all of the material, as Ilse said, all of the minutes from all of the meetings, all of the agendas, templates for anything. We will be anything that we need, any information that we need for the website, we'll put here. All of the deliverables, as we will upload the deliverables as you send them to us to the participant portal for the EU, but we will also have them on our Moodle as well, so that we will be able to see, so everybody will be able to see all of the deliverables as they come. We also have a calendar function. On that calendar function, we will put, if there's all of the different events on the calendar function, and we will also put the events within the consortium-wide events, for example, the monthly meetings, and also the every 6 months the meetings where we meet together. If there is we will also put the labs and the things like that we're meeting because of the project. In addition, we will have a Gantt chart that will be put on there so that we can see all of the vacations, all of the work packages, everything, so we can look down and say what would be a good day to have something, and what would be a good, and things like that. I think that's it. Is there anything else, Ilse, that I've neglected?
Yes, thank you, Judy, for that. There was a question from Louisa. Can names be added later on? Yes, they can be added. So the procedure is as follows. We ask you to give us additional names if you have some more partners in your team, like there came some names from EON to be provided with a password, then please send it to Judy, and she will send the whole list of the whole existing consortium plus additional partners from your institution that should have access, and she will send the whole list to Margit. As soon Margit has this list, she will open an account for all of these people. And if there is now something who really urgently needs this access, like we know, for example, Louisa, please tell directly to Margit today or tomorrow that she can open up it. Right now, the others, please wait for the next days, and then you will receive the access and password. Then there is a question from Paul. What do you mean, Paul, by can you send the URL of the work package? Do you
yes,
mean? Yeah.
I mean for the Moodle, you say it's working. I'm not sure I received the login and password yet.
Yes, as I said, right now, as soon as we have the list and the and Margit creates all the accesses, all persons will get their password and of course the URL to the Moodle. So at the next telco will have everybody already has this access and also all information uploaded until then. So within the next days, as soon this list is complete, will be sent to Margit. She will open up access to all of you. Besides those, like for Louisa, we know she's urgently waiting for that, so we can open it up right now because Margit knows about it. And for the others, please wait a few days. Any other questions on this internal portal or comments on that? If not, I will hand over to, yes, you, Judy, please.
Oh, Sunita has a question. Yes, we'll send it to everybody. Everybody who's on the mailing list who will get a password and username, and anybody additional that you would like, we'll add those as well.
Exactly. Any other question on the internal portal? If not, I would like to hand over to Joel as our liaison officer. We know him at the PO already. He will also collaborate with some partners of the advisory board for the first deliverables. So just a short question, Joel, if there is some news or updates concerning advisory board or project officer or commission, something upcoming.
Everybody, not yet. 1.5 weeks ago, we met the PO in the final meeting of nanochannels. We held a good exchange about the insights regarding nanochannels. I think it will be very useful to present some of the thoughts in our coming meetings to all the consortium, because we can learn a lot in what happened in nanochannels. As you know, Ilse, on the 25th of June, this is the last event, live event, of nanochannels in the Deutsches Museum. Ilse and myself are going to be there. We are going also to invite the PO of nanochannels. René Martin is the PO of NANOPINION. So we are now like bridging between projects. I'm starting to edit a short version of the minutes of the kickoff meeting to the advisory board, and before I send it to them, I will send it to you to see if this should be the way that we are communicating with them. As I understand, soon we are going to have an editorial meeting with John, so we can start also to put the editorial plan, and that's it in general.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please send it to me. It's good to send the minutes to the advisory board. I think it's a very good idea. Thank you. Any other comments on that? If not, we'll continue. I hope Louisa could solve her audio problems. In the meantime, if it's okay, we would like to hand over now to the work packages, and we'll shift this item portal and logo requirements to work package 2 session. So maybe we start now with work package 1. Yes, Luisa says she's ready now and she's hearing me, fortunately. Okay, please, Luisa, could you update us on work package 1 activities? Thank you.
Yes, hi all. Can you hear me? Can you just click the yes or something? Great, thank you. So hi everybody. Yes, work package 1 has started. We had our first Skype meeting on the 4th of June. This is something we will do every month to have or every 2 weeks, depending on the need, to have an internal work package Skype meeting. So the first meeting, I actually also have a minute of that meeting. I don't know, Ilse, if you want me to send this. You should have it, but I didn't send it to all the partners because I wasn't sure that that was what we wanted to do. But if you want, you can circulate that to everybody. Basically, we started on setting up some criteria for the content mapping, and also to make sure that this criteria then is used by all the different tasks within the work package, so that we are on the same board, let's say. So that was something that was developed together with ZSI. Actually, ZSI sent this criteria assessment table, and which we're using for the outreach material, and that's going to be used, implemented also by me for the content mapping, which is the task 1.1. And then we discussed also basically each task, Lida discussed how they're planning on working. And one of the main outcome of this meeting was that some of us will send a request to other partners for some input. So once you get this email, can you please react on it and just make sure that you are in communication with that person who's asked that information. Apart from this, we will basically try to make sure that everything that is done by the different task leaders and within the different tasks is well coordinated, so we don't have, you know, double work done. But for work package 1, I think we are on a good starting step. So if you have any questions, just ask.
Great, thank you. I tried to answer your question during the chat. Yes, so as soon the internal portal is working for all, just upload your internal meetings if you want to inform other work packages about it, so that the others can have a look at it. Okay, thank you very much. Any questions to Lisa on work package 1? If not, I would like to hand over to Mireia. She's here, is responsible on work package 2. Could you please give us an update on the portal, especially this template for requirements, and what about the URL and so on?
Okay, cool. Can you hear me? Just want to make sure because it's the first time I'm using that. Yeah, cool. So basically, the first thing we need is like the requirements from all the partners. I already sent a template to Judy and Ilse. Did you get it? Yes, cool. So the idea now is that this template should circulate through all the partners, and I think that the main thing we need to know, you will see it there. There is like a summary of what we think like that the portal will look like, but we really need to know what you need from the portal. So you will basically have to think like regarding each of your tasks, which kind of material you are going to produce, and also like think carefully if there is anything that you need from us. And then I just like fill in all the template, give it back to us, and we'll do our best like to meet your needs, but also within the budget that we have. Apart from that, we will need like logos from all of you, and we will need them in the PNG form, like with transparent background and as a higher resolution as possible. And regarding the QR code, like no problem with that, so that would be fine. I don't know if you have any questions for me.
Yes, Mireia, just to update the others on the QR code, there was the question if the portal, as soon as the URL is there and the website is accessible, that we can have a QR code in order to this kind of fancy code which you can scan with your smartphone and then immediately have access to the portal. And we'll talk later on about first dissemination materials, and then a simple card with the QR code and the logo could be enough. So it's good to hear that we'll integrate the QR code on the website. And as I said, okay, we received it now from Mireia, this so to say template for requirements, and we'll forward it to all the work package leaders so that all work package leaders can give their input to the team of work package 2 as soon as possible. Maybe any other questions to Mireia on the portal? Okay, if not, really not. If there are no other questions, maybe Mireia, you tell us about the deadline when you want or have to have all these inputs back to your template.
Yeah, for us it would be like the sooner the better, really, because we have to do a tender to select the company, but obviously we need to know what the partners need in order to do so. So, I mean, if you could have it in like 1 or 2 weeks, that would be great. I know that maybe some people have to think a bit more about it, but if we have like an idea at least in a couple of weeks, that would be perfect. Also, if someone has any other question, you can email me directly, because I'm sure that when you look at the template, like some other things will come up.
Okay, thank you. I really would say by the end of June, the very latest. So maybe we integrate a tighter deadline when we send out this template. And if someone really needs extension, he can ask for that. But the sooner better, the sooner the better, as you said. Okay, Judy?
Would it be okay if I had the deadline of for 1 week from today, the 18th of June? I'll send the template out tomorrow morning. Would that give people enough time?
I would suggest June 22nd, then we have more than 10 days for that. That should be okay, isn't it?
That's fine with me. Is that okay with you, Mireia?
Yeah, that should be fine. Thank you.
Okay, great. Then I would like to hand over to Joel again for the work package 3. Is there something to tell already?
Everybody, work package 3 really starts only this month. Just to inform you that from the Moodle point of view, which is the platform from the learning units for the mini courses, we installed, especially for the project, Moodle version number 2, which is the most updated, so we can work on it quite soon. We are well linked to PCB, to Mireia and Rosina with the Drupal, and we really hope to collaborate as soon as possible. As Mireia mentioned, it's important really to finalize the planning as soon as possible. Regarding the content, we are just starting. Our first task, which starts this month, is the repository for anti-knowledge, which is responsible by Luisa from Arus. So we are really starting to do it. All our tasks are starting from months 4, 5, and 6, so really on the startup. The only task that we really have to hurry is task 3.6, which is the editorial board. And this is led by John Turney, and we'll have to put in 5 months the editorial board planning. This will be discussed probably in a different meeting. Ilse?
Yes, we'll have an editorial board meeting virtually next week and send out some suggestions for the date until then. Thank you very much. Any questions to Joel or comments on work package 3? If not, we have your colleagues from European Schoolnet. Also their task will start a little later, but maybe there's something to tell or information for the partners.
Hello everybody. For the moment I don't have any update since we should start in August. So maybe for the next time we will have some, and we will talk more about. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Please switch on the mic again. Okay, then we come to work package 5. Unfortunately, Jasmine is not here. I didn't get a message from her. I don't know if I missed her, but I think she's not here. But we have Didier as a second leader of the work package 5.
Okay, so on work package 5, I talked with Yasmin last week. I thought she would be there, so maybe she had a problem. I'm just starting on it as I just joined Excite. A few things on this. We wanted to think about the design and the construction of the monitoring stations. For this, we were thinking about setting up a work group. So maybe if anyone is involved in this work package and would be interested and would have a bit of time to work with us on this, you are welcome. We have a bit of concern about the budget of this, as we don't seem to have really specific money for the design and the construction of the station. So I think it will be quite a simple one. Though this would be good to discuss inside the work group. We are also planning to do the kind of calendar of the events. If you in any one of your institutions have any events around February 2013, which should be the first month for the monitoring stations and street labs, we would like to please inform us, because we'd like to have a good and nice event for the first time we use them. And we will also, of course, link with the work package leader from work package 1 and 3, so as to gather information for the content of the workstations, of the monitoring station. Sorry.
Yes, Didier, thank you. I want to add 2 things to that. As we already decided during the kickoff, of course, we'll like to have a synchronized project calendar integrating all relevant events. So the activities of work package 5 are one of these. So we are really trying to integrate everything now on our Moodle calendar and also on the Gantt chart, that we are able to synchronize the activities also with the dissemination activities then, and maybe some conferences or other science communication events where we could put a street lab or monitoring station along. So we really ask everybody to work commonly on that we have a good synchronized calendar. To the budget, I wanted to say that as you saw, together with the minutes of the kickoff, you also received a matrix, a task overview for each partner that really should help you to get a better understanding and overview of all your tasks and starting months of the tasks in relation to work packages. And the next thing, what we are doing is making a budget breakdown that you can get a better understanding of how to use your budget. And we have allocated budget for street labs and monitoring stations, but as you said, not very much. But we can also discuss what of the budget of the third parties will also be used for setting up monitoring stations. And as you see in the DAO as well, that we have consortium partners also having here person months and resources, how they could support the monitoring stations, not the street labs, but the monitoring stations. This has to be discussed, but for this concept and for the implementation structure, we have still 9 months, so we are really just starting. And I'm happy about the idea of the working group, because more or less the whole consortium is integrated, and to come up with common ideas here is certainly a good idea. Any other comments on that so far, work package 5, or questions? If not, I will just continue with monitoring. As I said during the kickoff, of course, the monitoring work package should really integrate all outreach activities and come up with all these findings and analysis. So as soon as we get a better understanding what each work package is able to do, we'll work on this concept in very close collaboration with all other work packages. That's for sure, but I can't tell many news so far. So I would like to hand over Sunita, who is already here, Sunita and John, to talk a little about the dissemination work package, if there's some news already to tell. Sunita, can you hear me? We cannot hear you. You have to push the mic. Maybe use the chat function. Anyone else from the dissemination work package to tell us some updates on that? Sorry, Sunita, we cannot hear you. Anyone else from dissemination work package maybe to tell? Well, as Joel said before, we'll have this editorial board meeting next week. But as I said during the kickoff, these are two different things. One is the dissemination strategy, containing all project dissemination activities, and the other thing is the editorial board, where we had our first meeting during the kickoff. So maybe someone from the dissemination work package could update us on activities on that. John or other media partners, something to tell, some news? Okay, yes. As I said, we'll have this editorial meeting next week, just to find a date for that, and afterwards we can continue with the dissemination strategy. Okay, any other news from the dissemination work package, like coming from John, or we have El Mundo here, Sonia, Federico? Anything to tell to the consortium? If not, here we have Joel. Yes, please.
Regarding the dissemination package, we have a big channel, which is the social media. And I think that we will need a really group meeting, because we have a lot of wisdom from Nano Channel, what works and what doesn't work on social media. And because social media is going up, Oak is responsible for this 7.6 social media campaign, I think, and many of the media partners are part of it. We have to rethink carefully, and yes, we still have time, but we need to think carefully how to use the social media in our project, And because we have now so many new partners, maybe they have some good experience, like Excite or British Councils and others, and to see if there are also difference of using the social media in different cultures, difference in West Europe or East Europe. This is an issue that we need to tackle as soon as possible.
Yes, maybe we could do it this way according to the Gantt also, to the Gantt chart, that we can also make use of the virtual conferences of the whole consortium to get fresh input to work packages, that the work package leaders just send a small concept or some ideas to send out to the consortium, and we could discuss a few aspects during the virtual conference. Sunita is saying yes, okay. So I think, as you said, for the social media we have a little time, but also the Didier said he would like to make use of the knowledge of the group. So my suggestion is to as soon as we have a short description or first short ideas, that the partners can really prepare for that, and we could have also some content discussions during the virtual conferences. Let's try this out. Otherwise, of course, we need to have separate meetings or working groups. But this is my suggestion, if you agree. Also, Sunita said, if there are some more urgent things to do, and according to the Gantt chart, we'll try to set up these meetings and to discuss these issues one by one. Yeah, we'll try to really do this in accordance with the DAO. Any other comments on that? Okay, doesn't seem so. Yes, last work package 8. I mean, is there something to tell from Judy from Deloitte?
I will be uploading to the Moodle all of the templates that we need, including the templates for all deliverables, templates for PowerPoint presentations, templates for timesheets, templates for everything that you should need. If you don't see a template that you do need in the next few weeks, please ask me, and we will make sure that we create one or upload the one that we do have.
Okay, thank you. Maybe you can just continue to the next things. We already had liaison officer and the portal, so we skip them and come now to the promotion materials. Judy, please.
Okay, just a minute, please. We're working on promotional materials. Hopefully we need to work on the text and a bit of the design. We need your input on the text, and we will work with the design, and with Ilse we'll be working with Stefan to see if the design makes sense, and then we can print we can print some pamphlets and brochures that you will be able to take with you, and as well as business cards or business card designs, so that when you go to an event you will have something to represent yourself as part of NANOPINION.
Well, the initial idea was that we come up very soon with minimalized promotion material, like a business card or postcard containing the URL, the QR code, the logo, and later on we really think how many pieces do we need and how many languages, should it be a leaflet, a folder, a brochure, that we really can come up immediately with some basic information to take to Munich, as Joel said before, or other activities coming up very soon. So yes, any ideas and comments are welcome, and Deloitte will work this out and come later on with some suggestions and concepts for more in-depth information material. Any comments on that, or suggestions or ideas, or do you agree?
I would like to ask the partners to think about, when they go to an event, what would be the best item to take with them? Would it be a business card? Would it be a postcard? Would it be a leaflet or pamphlet? You don't have to tell me now, but within this week, so that we can have an idea of what would be most effective for everybody.
Okay, especially our dissemination specialists maybe can come up with ideas. I continue now, if you agree. Oh no, this is Judy's task, the review of meeting actions. You received the minutes of the kickoff. Louisa made a minor change here. Then we had this action list, and we just rush through these action items now and see how we stand and if tasks are already completed. Judy, please, from the kickoff minutes.
Okay, just a minute, please. I had the action items from this meeting, and just a minute I'll get the action items from before. The action items from this meeting, Louisa will send the correct bank statement, Paul to ZSI. Paul will send his original signed bank statement. Everybody will send to me the names they need for the Moodle, the email addresses, and Margit will send the username and password to everybody. I will upload the minutes from the different work package leaders. Louisa, you've had work package 1 has had a meeting. You will upload the minutes from that work package to the Moodle. I will send the templates for the portal to all partners by tomorrow. All of the partners will return the completed portal template to PCB by Monday, the 22nd of June. Everybody will send, partners will send their logo in PNG form to PCB for the Moodle, for the website and everything else. PCB will make a QR code. For this, John will make the editorial plan within the next 5 months. The editorial board will be meeting next week. Work package leaders will send their social media suggestions to work package 7. And Judy will upload all of the templates to the Moodle. Deloitte will create a business card or postcard so that for the partners to take as needed. And all partners will tell Deloitte what would be the best way to publicize, what they would like to take to different events, like a business card or postcard or something like that.
Okay, thank you. I'm sure that this will be part of the minutes of this virtual conference. I just ran through the action items remaining from the kickoff, and there's only, because we discussed everything today or even fulfilled it, so there's just outstanding, but this is in progress and ongoing. Send short English abstract of relevant documents if you find something in your native language, so other language than English, and send it to Louisa. Just a short summary when you find a very relevant or interesting paper in your native language. And for the rest, we discussed everything. The last action item was purchase the project site oil, but Maria mentioned they will do it. Okay, then we come to the last issue of the agenda, upcoming meetings, conferences and events. I'm just reading chat, that's why I'm pausing sometimes. Okay, the PO asked the project consortium to participate in this AHOS technical conference, and I forwarded him the 3 names of partners going there. It's John Turney, our editorial manager, it's Alok going from The Guardian, and also a colleague of Paul going there, and Federico was not yet sure. Federico, do you know something about it? Will you go there as well? Paul is asking if there's a meeting in Aarhus. Do you mean an internal project meeting of NANOPINION, or a session on NANOPINION? Because there won't be any session. Yes, and if there are some people attending, you should take the opportunity to have an internal meeting there from media partners. I think it's a very good idea. Federico, are you also coming to the Aarhus conference? Okay, Federico can't do it. El Mundo won't come as well. So we have the 3 media partners here. And Sunita, are you coming? Is Paul asking? Okay, John is there from Tuesday to Thursday, and Sunita is not coming, but Alok is coming. Yes. Okay, thank you for this. Please tell us if there are some other upcoming meetings, events. As you all said, some of us are going to the Nano Day. Luisa, are you going to say something? Sorry, I thought you were saying something. Joel, do you want to say something here?
All welcome to the Nano Day at the Deutsches Museum, Monday the 25th. In the morning there will be 120 local students in activities and polls, and in the evening it will be a much more professional meeting with about 40 to 50 experts and medical students regarding nano in the body. I will appreciate if you have local media people or journalists who will come and cover the event at Paul Hicks Place in the Deutsche Museum. Should be a great event. Thanks.
Thank you very much. We are coming from ZSI, from Nano Channels and NANOPINION team. So from ZSI, definitely at least 2 persons will come. And of course, if there are others, most welcome. Luisa, you wanted to say something?
You mean with regards to meetings?
You know, I'm sorry, I can't understand the signs, so you just wanted to join the chat. I thought you were raising your hand. Any
No,
other?
actually, I was writing something, yeah, because remember I sent you an email with regards to that conference that will take place in Italy at the end of November, and there is a deadline until 15th of June to suggest a workshop, and that's nanotech IT. And I think we should consider, although I'm not sure what we could do because it's too early to actually present results, but that's a big conference. There's a lot of industry and policymaker people, so I think it could be an interesting place where to go, and I am trying to think what type of workshop to organize.
Yes, thank you. And also to ask for, I think it's a very good idea, and also to, out of the experience of nanochannels, but also in order, as you said, to ask what would these industrial partners need from a project like NANOPINION. So maybe this session could be somehow called like that, that we can present some of our activities, and maybe they didn't happen so far, but at least the concepts and the planning will be ready by then. Present what are we going to do, like social media and face-to-face and street labs and media and opinion polls and the like, and then in return ask what they would like to know or what they would like to have on input of the project. So maybe this could be an idea for such a workshop on the conference. I don't know, what does the other say? And it's in Italy, and Italian media partners could go there definitely. Judy, you?
Could, today is the 11th, by the 13th, if any partners have any ideas for, since the deadline is June 15th, any deadlines for topics for workshops, perhaps we should send them to Luisa.
Or maybe the other way around, that if Luisa comes up with an idea that she circulated and others could contribute. Maybe this is the easier way. What do you think?
It's up to Luisa.
Yeah, actually, I have already made contact with Federico because, of course, he's in Italy, and of course, there is always a budget issue, so we need to think what we want to do and how to do it to stay within budgets. But I think what you said there, that was pretty much my idea, to use this event as an input for NANOPINION, not so much to present what we have done because it's too early, but the other way around. So to gather an input and also to highlight the importance of communication to, in this case, the interest groups, policymakers and industry. So that could be a two-way thing. But I'm looking at it more in terms of an input for the project. But definitely I'll try to come up with something and then circulate that to all the partners. And the conference is in Florence, by the way. Oh no, sorry, Venice, which is always nice. Bye.
Sounds good, thank you. Okay, Judy, you're raising your hand, or do you have any other upcoming events?
No, that's from before. That's from before. I'm sorry.
Okay, then I think one of the next important upcoming events is our next virtual conference. This should be on July 3rd. Judy, it's like this sure fix we have. Is this doable for all of us? And are we keeping this date? Yes, Judy, please. And also, Luisa has another question.
I would prefer July 4th if that's all right, but I'll work with July, but July 3rd is fine as well.
Yes, Judy?
Would you like me to open up a Doodle calendar to see when would be the best for most people?
No, I don't think it's necessary. I mean, we have this sure fix, but when we hear now people say 4th is better and no one disagrees, we can take the 4th. From ZSI, it's okay. So it's the 4th. Good. If there are no other comments on that. Okay, then there was a question coming from Luisa.
Yes,
and
sorry.
Yes.
Please, can I go? Okay. It was I saw an email from Judy, I think from last week. She's asking to send her like an estimate of pages and words that we will need to be translated, and the deadline is kind of very short, like it's next week, I think, and that's just a bit too early, at least for me, because I'm looking into a lot of projects, and there might be something that would be worth translating, but I can't do that in 2 weeks. I'm looking at really a lot of different documents and different projects, so I was just wondering if it's possible to postpone this deadline a little bit, or just to keep in mind that Work Package 1 might need some translation, or Work Package 3 a bit later on.
Please contact me by the deadline, but if you need an extension, that's fine as well. Does that make sense?
Sorry, nobody could hear me. Okay, we said we can make an extension of the deadline for these translation cost estimations, and for the next consortium meeting. To your question, yes, it is in London, and Jasmine was sending me an email that she will send out 2 or 3 options for the meeting. So this 8th, 9th November is not yet confirmed. That's for this. And for the translation needs, it should be a rough estimate just to see with which materials we can deal. Of course, the cost calculation will be the next step, and also to look for cheap provisions of these translations, like what can we do in Israel, what can other partners cover, and so on. But for now, it's really to know a rough overview and estimation of material that requires translation. So please try it until the end of June. The sooner we can come up with more precise numbers, the better for sure. But if you say it's too early, maybe we can really try the end of June. Don't see any other comments. We also have our date for the next virtual conference of the whole consortium. We will doodle a date for the editorial board that should meet next week. Federico, again to your question, we have not yet a confirmed date because Jasmine has to check with rooms and other availabilities at British Council. So I hope that we can doodle these dates in November as soon as possible, as soon as we have message from Jasmine. Here I have a request for the editorial meeting. Yes, for me, Monday 18th would be fine. If the others agree, for me, very okay. But I really would ask Judy to set up this editorial date. It's just this 6-7 persons, so I think we can find it without the whole consortium. Monday 18th is okay. Maybe we find a date around noon or in the morning. Then is this Aarhus already? So maybe it's better at the end of this week. Okay. And then maybe we could close now. We can find the state internally of the editorial board. I just want to open up if there anything is now missing or some comments to the rest of the consortium. Any other questions? Editorial board is still working on the date. For me, it would be fine at the end of this week, like 21st. It's also fine for me when John is back from Aarhus. But meanwhile, we are searching for this date. Is there any other comment or question or some statements, announcement? Then please feel free to tell us about it. Didier has some budget breakdown questions.
Yes,
Will you talk about it?
we received the mail about the budget, the estimation for year 1, and for me it was quite early to do something like this. We're not used to making such a budget allocation estimation for the first year. I talked with Yasmin about this, and she was quite troubled with it also. So I don't know if it's possible to see how we can find a way, because I know that by the deadline we won't be able to get such an estimation.
The reason, the meaning behind that was that we had given the 30% prepayment, and some partners had more costs at the beginning of the project rather than at the end of the project, and we wanted to be able to see that we could meet the needs of those partners who had budget issues and financial needs at the beginning of the project. And if you could send us those, that it wasn't a complete budget breakdown. by month and so exact. We just need a general idea. Would you be having more? What will you need within the first year? Will most of your funding be needed in the second half or the first half of the project? It wasn't exact. It wasn't so detailed that we need. Does that make it more clear for everybody?
Yeah, it's good for me, thanks.
Okay, do we have any other questions or comments or announcements? Editorial board is still looking for a date. Okay, but for the rest then, I would like to close the meeting if there is nothing else. There was another comment by Sunita. For the budget is unrealistic as media don't have much to do until March 15. Yes, Sunita, but it's also on personal costs. So how you're going to spend your personal costs, how many persons will be involved in which months, working out the concept and so on. So these kinds of activities as well. Okay, then we have also final comment by Sunita that John, please send out some dates to the rest of the editorial board that we can find a common meeting. It is a virtual meeting, so please, John, if you agree, arrange the date for this meeting. And for all the others in the consortium, I would like to close now, if there's no other comment. Thank you very much for your participation. You'll get your access and password to the internal portal, and then you also have better access to all information and templates, and you can also upload then material, and we can really start working. And also the other work packages, as we saw in this work package round, there is already much work going on. So see each other either in Munich or then at the next virtual conference next month. Okay, bye-bye until then. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. Bye.
Jody, to stop the recording.